Thobela, goeiedag. Dear staff and students, as you would know, the persisting economic crunch in our country is impacting on the sustenance of universities, which are the cornerstone to the realization of our growth and development plans. In this regard, universities need to foster strategic partnerships in the public and private sectors that will lead collaborative initiatives. This is key to the success of universities by ensuring that their financial models are sustainable. Our university receives financial support through donor funding from both sectors, which assist in subsidizing our students for studies and academic research. This week on Tuesday, the 22nd of October 2019, we had the privilege of hosting over 18 leaders of various industries at the Vice-Chancellor's annual appreciation dinner at the Johannesburg Country Club. This was to extend our gratitude for support that enables our university to offer world-class education and groundbreaking research. Please join me in thanking all the entities that continue to support our university in producing the future leaders of our country. Speaking of funding, our Institute for Pan-African Thought and Conversation received 1 million rands grant from the German government. Subsequently, the Institute held a policy dialogue on conflict governance and migration in Africa and European Union relations earlier this month with about 30 senior academics, policymakers, and civil society activists. Following the dialogue, the Institute will be producing a policy brief and newspaper articles in the African and European media soon. Once again, this week our university continued to host important and thought-provoking dialogues on pertinent current affairs related to the state of our country. On Wednesday, the 23rd of October 2019, our university hosted the annual Helen Joseph Memorial Lecture under the theme No Longer Treason, Equality and the South African Constitution. This annual lecture is organized by our Faculty of Humanities to honor Helen Joseph, who for 40 years dedicated her life to the struggle for freedom in our country. Joseph was unwavering in her commitment to the service of others and was an inspirational symbol of defiance, integrity, and courage. Professor Kathy Albertine, Professor of Law and the Saatchi Chair in Equality, Law and Social Justice at Wits University, delivered the keynote address. I hope those of you who attended the lecture found it insightful and enriching. This Tuesday, I gave a lecture to the third-year students in the Faculty of Law. The topic of my lecture was the Fourth Industrial Revolution and the law. I greatly enjoyed going back to the classroom and sharing my experiences with our students. This followed a lecture that I gave last Friday to the Department of Political Science on the role of the Fourth Industrial Revolution in politics. Again, I enjoyed interacting with our students and our staff on addressing the big issue that is going to confront us going into the future. From Wednesday the 23rd to today, our Library and Information Center has been hosting an international conference titled The Fourth Industrial Revolution and Library Practices. The conference explored the new technologies that 4IR is bringing to libraries, how they can be used, the effects of 4IR on library practices, and how libraries could benefit from this revolution. This conference also delved into some of the implications of the 4IR on academic libraries regarding knowledge production and sharing. Our economy requires a complement of business-minded graduates who will create jobs for themselves and others. In order to achieve this, institutions of higher learning have an important role to play in educating students who are willing to hone their entrepreneurial skills. On Tuesday, the 22nd of October 2019, our university launched the Technology Transfer Office Incubator Programme, which will harness our students' skills to navigate the business world. Students who join the program will be supported by the TTO, have access to world-class industry experts, and get introduced to markets among other benefits. In the incubation stage, a startup company gets to have access to services from UJ as well as external entities to conduct numerous business exercises. These include intellectual property protection, competitive analysis, detailed financial analysis, and technical testing, and market validation, among many other opportunities. I encourage you to please seize the opportunity to develop yourselves. On a different note, as we mark Breast Cancer Month, incidences of this disease among South African women are increasing. It is one of the most common cancers among women in the country, according to the South African government. Our university recognizes the value of educating our community about the dangers of this disease, how it can be prevented, treated, and ultimately defeated. In turn, we hope that this education trickles down to your families and our communities. As various institutions, organizations, and governments share information on fighting cancer, our support divisions and academic departments also marked Breast Cancer Month with the launch of Cancer Awareness Project on the 15th of October 2019. The purpose of this event was to equip students and staff with knowledge about cancer and removing stigmas about the disease. Various experts in the health sector and a few cancer survivors shared valuable information on regular testing, prevention, and treatment. I hope that those of you who attended the seminar gained valuable information. Please allow me to commend a few of our students who have recently done well in their respective fields. I am pleased to inform you that our law students have been announced as winners of the 2019 Kovsies Moot Court Competition. The event was held at the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein. The UJ team, represented by Mrs. Ritabile Mavoko and Mr. Manelisi Nkowizita Mlochwa, scooped both awards, making it our second consecutive clean sweep in the competition. Ms. Mavoko was also crowned the competition's best oralist. Congratulations. Equally, congratulations to our third-year student, Mr. Bonginkosi Kalipa, for winning the 2019 SAICA Student Leadership Summit. He was named the overall winner for his Team 3 farm in the summit's competition, which requires students to come up with community-based solutions for one or more of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Bonginkosi was inspired by his rural community of Ngobo in the Eastern Cape to create employment and fight poverty through farming. Congratulations. Lastly, the UJ Arts and Culture Center continues to inspire our creative and cultural minds. In the past 2 days, our students were hard at work as they presented musical and poetry. They continue to offer more artistic flair tomorrow on the 26th with the Izimbongi Poetry Festival. Surely those of you who have visited the Kowan Theatre at the Banting Road campus enjoyed the festival. Thank you very much. Ngiyabonga, bayadanki.